Hey Quentin, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, I appreciate you joining. What are you watching? I knew when we started this show that there'd be a couple times a year when I knew me and you would chat for a variety of reasons. One, Michigan, always a busy place, a lot always in the news.
Mhm.
But two, there's always a couple of really good superhero movies, and I know that you're my guy to talk about that. So how you been doing?
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good. In the last week, I have seen both of the new big superhero movies, The Fantastic Four, First Steps, as well as Superman, the new Superman movie.
Yeah. So, what did you think about them? I mean, honestly, I have to tell you, there was a time where I watched these movies as soon as they came out. Sometimes, like the night before for the super fans. But I'm a little out of practice. But these two feel like two where maybe I could jump back in.
These two are great movies to jump back in if you have ever been a fan of superhero movies, especially those two franchises, Fantastic Four and Superman. I would say that, from my opinion, these are the two best versions of those characters on the big screen. And what's really special about both of those movies is that they both really give off a message of hope at a time right now when I think a lot of people are feeling a lot of despair or fear. Both those movies really show the importance of one, coming together as like a family or as a community to help try to tackle something big, and then two, what it means to stand for something larger than yourself. And I think both those movies really helped reinstill a feeling of hope in myself, that has, not always been present over the past year or so.
Yeah, we talk a lot on this little series about life imitating art and art imitating life, and it's always interesting to see, how movies take our current events and morph them for the better or worse for the perspective. So glad to hear that not only are hero movies fun, which is I think why a lot of people enjoy them, but also has some great messaging with it. Speaking of watching things, there is a lot of news going on right out there. But what else are you watching?
Well, in Michigan, I know, and specifically, we have a ad campaign that we have just launched this week, actually, that I'm really excited about. You'll be seeing these on social media, primarily on YouTube. And these ads are telling folks about a very dangerous ballot initiative that we have here in Michigan. One that is going to potentially put lots of Michigan voters, have them to slog through tons of costly red tape in order to register to vote and therefore exercise their right to vote. This ballot measure is a trap. These ballot measures are misleading. They may be asking you, do you believe only citizens should vote? Which is obviously already the law. But these measures will introduce all sorts of new rules and, like I said, red tape that would make registering to vote extremely difficult for Michigan voters.
So, what made you guys decide to go ahead and launch ads, letting voters know about this right now?
Well, this is really relevant because, we have a really big election coming up next year in Michigan. Next year, 2026, Michigan is going to have not just our governor up for re-election, we'll also have our Secretary of State, our AG's office up for re-election. We have a special seat, a special Senate race happening for the U.S. Senate. And then there will be a number of extremely important ballot measures. Voting in Michigan we've seen it increase over the past about 5 years, 5 or 6 years. We've seen voting increase in Michigan, back-to-back elections. We've seen record voter turnout. And these bills would impede on that progress that we've been making in the state to make Michigan elections, to have them continue to be free and fair and accessible to Michigan voters. And we don't want to see that progress go back. These ballot measures go against the values that Michigan voters have expressed. They voted in favor of enshrining certain voting rights into our Constitution, and these measures would be directly attacking those. So, we thought that it was important to make sure that people knew that before they signed these petitions, that this measure could actually end up costing us quite a lot when it comes to our right to vote.
Got it. Well, if folks are watching this from Michigan, hopefully they do not sign these bad ballot initiatives. They tell their friends and family. If you have friends and family in Michigan, make sure they understand what they're signing before they sign their name. We want to make sure that these things don't even make the ballot, right?
That's right. Yes, the signature gathering period is right now. If they don't get enough signatures, then they won't even be on the ballot in 2026. So then at that point, we'll be in the clear, at least for the time being. But right now, the main thing is to make sure that you don't put your name on any petition that is about voting rights in the state of Michigan.
Awesome. Well, Quentin, I'll let you get back to your workday. But before we go, I have to ask if you had to pick one, Superman or Fantastic Four?
Ooh, that's a tough choice. I think I would pick Fantastic Four. I think I'm a sucker for family dynamics. The relationship, the movie is that movie's much more about interpersonal relationships and the commitments you and I have to each other. And I think that that just means a lot for me. So I would pick Fantastic Four.
Okay, I guess if I'm going to see one, that's the one I'm going to pick. So
Go for it.
appreciate your time today, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, I'll talk to you soon, Kenny. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.